citizens. How's your spirit? Mine, a little bit irritated, but I'll be fine. As always, I'm peace. Like, I'm centered, I'm cool, I'm doing me. I anticipated being on my way to where I was going already, and technically I am. It's just I've got a 30-minute delay that I had cushioned for, yet should have never had to use. But you see, that's the thing. When you tell someone pretty much anything, they use it. They'll manipulate any piece of information given to them in order to benefit themselves. Certainly not you. These last few days since I left the park have been interesting, to say the least. Nothing devastating about it. Sorry, kids. Just coming to find out that someone would lie on me, all to manipulate another human being. The thing is they didn't lie on me to manipulate me. And in essence, I'm not even sure that they were trying to malign my character. In fact, they idolize me or are so impressed by me. They want their person to be me, or like me, at least. So they lied. And when they lied to another liar. So that liar went exaggerating a lie. And you know what they say? A lie gets around 100 times faster than the truth. It's because it's salacious. No one wants to hear about the fact that I have been celibate, single, and praying since who knows how long. What they want to hear is whether or not I wear a thong. And this piece of shit person, because we shared a living space, could possibly attest to some of that, especially if they went through my clothes and shit, which is weird, but people do what they do. And that's it. It's just a living space shared, just like now. There are boundaries, there are rules, there are lines that you don't cross. It's difficult to be in charge, even more so when you're trying to force your way in someone else's space. You know, that's the thing that's just absolutely crazy to me. This thing that I'm going to do today, it's a means to an end. It's not even close to what I would like to be doing. I recognize that it's something that I have to do because honestly, I can't trust people to come through, to show up and tell the truth because it's the right thing to do. I find myself wondering if I'm the only person who sees it that way. Like, it's not that difficult to tell the truth. It's not so hard to live in the light or the upright. In fact, I find it more difficult to tell lies on people. You have to remember the lie you told, and you have to repeat it, and you got to sell it. So sometimes you have to embellish it even more. You got to upgrade your lie and keep adding to it and adding to it and adding to it until there is no way to produce real evidence of what it is you're saying, because it was never true. At least in the beginning, you could hang your hat on circumstantial evidence or information. Today we live in the information age, and people can find out anything. People can see or stalk you anywhere. I've known for months. Shit. I've known for almost 2 years that people are stalking, watching me. I mean, non-military folks. I've known about the government being in my life all my life. So, isn't that ironic? As soon as I start talking about stalking, my stream cuts out. That's interesting. Anyway, as I said a long time ago, my karma was that man would continuously disappoint me. And the funny thing is, because I know it, I'm never surprised by being disappointed, that is. So when this time came around and God was like, I got a job for you. You're going to go through a lot. They'll put you through some ish. So, dream big. And I promise to grant your wish. In some ways, I knew what that meant, and in some ways, I didn't. I knew I'd be lied upon. I knew I'd be mistreated. I knew that there would be those sent in to try and somehow dismantle my mission. But that's the beauty of God. He knew too, so He made sure that I made it through. I had to stand on some things, and I had to fight back and deal and never lower my standards. Fortify my boundaries, things of that nature. Because I knew at the end that it would come down to testimony and a testament of my character. Hey, Laura, how are you? How's your spirit? It's been a minute. I hope all is well in your world. So I missed my bus, and I'm waiting for the next one. So I thought I'd go live and discuss some of the things that have been going on recently. It's come to light that folks have lied about me. And, the weird thing is they've yet to apologize. And in some cases, I'm not sure that they will. Or their way of apologizing is to then turn around and do something for me because they don't know how to say I'm sorry or ask for forgiveness. The beauty of me being me is that I forgive and move on freely. That doesn't mean that I forget. Kind of technically, I do. I don't really care about it anymore, so it's not hanging on in my mind, causing me to regret any decisions that I have made. I respect everything that I've gone through. I respect every person who has come across my path. Even though at some point I had to get away from them in order to truly be free, because I was beginning to lose respect for them. To tell you the honest truth, that's when I leave. When I have done everything that I could to maintain a respect level for someone, and they do everything in their power to destroy it. That's when I choose to walk away. And Laura, to your question, I'm as okay as I can be. I continue to ask God, how much longer does He think I need to be going through these things to be a good leader to His flock? How much more does God have in store for me before there's a break and I can move on to my destiny, calmer waters and peace, and leave desperate people, places, and things behind? Because that's what it is. They get you to lying. Desperation of some kind. Desperate to have money, desperate to have clout, desperate to have fame, desperate to be seen. Desperation causes you to do terrible things. It causes you to exploit people, to push boundaries you know you shouldn't, to terrorize people. But, the thing is not everyone is sheep. So we don't all deal with things the same. And not every pain is equal. So some things you fight back harder at than others. But yet, I should say, I don't really fight the mouths of sheep. They're sheep. They're gonna make noise and then they're gonna follow their leader. So it's the leader that I tend to worry about. And in this case, their leader's gone silent. Out of clout to chase, because, well, everyone knows they're a clout chaser. So what's next? I'm led by God, the Most High, my intuition, my spiritual team. I don't know what I just saw, but I'm pretty sure it's something for Veterans Day. There's like a truck pulling a trailer with people sitting on it with flags around it, but they're sitting in like lawn chairs. So I'm sure that they're preparing for Veterans Day. Shout out to the veterans. Shout out to my baby. 2 years ago or so, I challenged the veterans in the space to show up, show out, and make a difference, because there were people in these spaces claiming to be leaders of men and women in the future, and yet you could tell they hadn't led their way out of a paper bag. Now, the first couple of veterans to pop up on scene, I knew they were up to the same thing, because, well, it is what it is. Not every veteran is respectable, but we respect the service. We know that no man is infallible. And greed is a hell of a thing. So I waited. Eventually, the decent people started to show up. It's crazy how the good people didn't want to get involved because of the drama of it all. Yeah. For a while, they were the only ones who could change it. Because the good ones, they show up and they tell the truth. Because it's the truth and it's the right thing to do. I don't have to speak on those things. I've got plenty of live streams back there anyone can look at. They're set up in podcasts even. You can see Dear Lyrics, Dear Content Creator, Homeschooling for the Heart, all of those things. So we're meant to give the same people who lied on me a fresh start. I forgive them the same way my Father forgives the sinner. Unlike my father, though, I'm not inviting any of them to dinner. I'm not interested in becoming friends with those who would lie on me. Because there's nothing to promise you wouldn't do it again. I knew going into this thing, being an activist of any type, speaking my mind, an advocate for the people, that many would be sent to turn me or turn the people against me. Look at Martin, look at Malcolm, look at Marcus. What they did with the women was they held them up as some type of damsel in distress. Look at Rosa Parks. So everyone had to come out because she was so mistreated. What about taking a stand in your own community? Showing up and showing out every day. Because there are those who can't, don't, or won't know how to get out of the system unless you are a guiding light, a beacon of hope. Someone who can show them the uncommon, unpopular, yet irreversibly successful way to go. That's my dream, that's my goal, that's my job. And I'm gonna end this stream and get my mind right to have a positive outlook on doing yet another thing that I do not want to do. But it's still something that I have to. To those of you who call yourselves investigators, stop using other people. Do your own work. Do your own research. You're less likely to get your feelings hurt or be lied to. And if nothing else fails, go to the source. Not the closest source you can find. Anyway, that's my time. Keep your spirit up. I'll see you in the streams. Peace. Thank you, Lord, for coming through.